over here, party over there. Woo, 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 woo. Feeling it. You tell that I'm excited about being here with you. Hello and welcome. I am a certified personal trainer, Mary Beth Rockwell. My name's on my shirt so I could remember. Welcome to the Next Fitness Show. Welcome to the Next Fitness Thing. If you're new to us, we're happy to have you on board. Hello to everybody who's watching us live. We love you. Please chime into the comments. Hello if you're on the recorded version of this as well. Comment as well. You're absolutely welcome to comment after the show. We love to see those too. Let me reintroduce or introduce if you're new to us, the one and only Alexis Craig, our TNFT CEO and executive producer of the show, and my buddy, and just an awesome human being. And then Alexis, yeah, give us a hey. Give us a hey.
Hey, thank
There
you.
we go. You're gonna be just with the discussion on this show coming up very shortly. So let's dig into what the show is about this week. So we come to you live, of course, every Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So if you are catching the recording of this and you can join us live, it's way more fun to join us live. But we're happy to have you here any way that you can make it. On today's show, we have been talking for the last couple of weeks. We're still kind of in New Year's mode, many of us. So it's very tempting to want to jump in and jump into the deep end right away and maybe do some extreme behaviors with your health and your wellness. So we're going to talk about how to avoid those and do everything safely in that regard. Oh, we got Carol and Megan and Kimberly say hi. Hi. All right, sweet. Thank you for joining us. And then we're also going to have some movement opportunity, as we always do, with our mid-show stretch break. The move of the week is one I'm very much going to love bringing to you because it has something to do with this. All right, more on that later. And then we also we're going to have a yummy food to talk about. We have a lot of announcements, of course, as well, since it's January. We're popping here at the Next Fitness Thing. So thank you all for joining us. We would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't, please do. We are on a mission to grow. And Alexis, we're going to have a little bit more on that later or now. We're going to do it now. We hit our 500 subscriber. Yay. Thank you so much. We've been on this mission for a while. I was hoping we'd get it by the new year. It was like 10 days past the new year, but that's not too shabby. So, and little inside baseball knowledge for you, the 500th subscriber was my husband, Steve. So
Thanks,
yay.
Steve.
And last I checked, we're up to 510 right now. So keep that coming. Now we are on another mission. Bear with us. Now that we've hit 500 subscribers, in order to help our channel grow and go up to the next level of stuff that is available to us on our YouTube channel, we need to increase the number of the amount of time viewed. So whenever you can, get to the YouTube channel on your free time, fire up, preferably our longer videos, and just watch them or let them roll or whatever you need to do. And the more of those minutes/hours that we can rack up, that's going to help us bump us up into the next category of available stuff too. So if you get a chance, even if it's just off in a corner and you're doing something else, stream our videos whenever you can, bump up the hours and the minutes, and that'll help us immensely as well. So thank you very much, and still subscribe if you haven't done so already. We want to get to 1,000 after this. So don't think we're not going to be on you for that. All right. So, and then, if you want to work out with us, we'd love to have you. I gave one of my personal training clients our link today. She's excited. So if you're new, by the way, you are welcome to come to the nextfitnessthing.com. There is a whole bunch of classes that are labeled all access that you put in your email address on the website, but then you have access to a whole bunch of free classes that are in our replay library. So those are available to you for you to check out if you want to find out what the Next Fitness Thing is all about. That's a great way to go about doing it. Carol, indeed, verifying. We have 510 YouTube subscribers right now. Jenny says, yay. Hey, Jenny. And then, should you check us out and you think, oh, this is pretty sweet, but I'd like to maybe check out some of those live classes they're always talking about that are so fun, then you have the opportunity to upgrade your membership. But the nextfitnessthing.com is where you go to just get your toes in the water, so to speak. We would love to have you. We're very nice. We don't bite or anything. So please come join us, and we have a lot of fun together. And we got a lot of health healthy stuff coming your way too. And then of course our Facebook group is available to you always, facebook.com/group/the next fitness thing. And I think that is, oh, I mentioned subscribe, like our videos. Again, if you can watch our videos, that's awesome too. The whole way through, try not to start it and then stop it because YouTube dings us for that. So try to let the whole video run if you're watching something long. All right. We're figuring out all the tricks and stuff here. And then share our videos and comment on the videos. And you might, if you comment on the videos, you might be a Freebie Friday winner. We're going to have one of those coming up later in the show. Okay. Whew, that was a lot of an introduction. Let's get to the business at hand. Alexis, come on screen and hang with me. And hello. All right. By the way, if you didn't check out Alexis's brand new live show, check it out. It's awesome. It's called Nexus of Alexis. What day is that live? And give the
Wednesday
day and time.
Afternoons.
Yes. And
I'm aiming for 1 p.m., but it'll probably be between 1 and 1:30 is what I'm committing to.
All right, sweet. It was awesome. It's getting a lot of rave reviews. And if you've missed it, the recording is up there. I loved it. And I'm not saying that because you're my boss and my friend, but yeah, I really did love it. It was fascinating. So please check that out too. All right. So our topic on this show is avoiding extreme behaviors when it comes to our health and our wellness. Now, I actually put up an Instagram story a little bit earlier today. That's like, it was one of the South Park kids that was saying, I'm hungry. And it's just like, it's extreme to starve yourself, for example, like this little piddly little salad on this sad plate, because you're not going to fuel your muscles if you're working out and you want to make health gains. So you need to actually eat food. So that's one way that extreme behavior comes into play here. And Alexis, of course, your opinions are always valued. So let them fly. Thanks. I'm going to get a drink.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is probably one of the biggest obstacles that I see. I mean, it's been one of the biggest obstacles for myself, but also that I see with clients as well is really just, it's like, on one hand, there's this spirit of being fully committed and really wanting to go all in. And so I do want to recognize that because I really feel like that is where the intention is. And I feel like, but with that, if you just try to all of a sudden go from, A to Z in just one day, then it's not going to be sustainable, basically. We're really trying to create sustainable change.
Your health didn't get to where it is right now overnight. It's not going to change for the better overnight either. So just keep that in mind. It is a work in progress, as we all are. I was having a conversation. This also applies to fitness and working out as well. So a lot of peeps who are have been sedentary and then just dive right in and start working out really hard, maybe find a workout that's not right for your body, going, from 1 to 10 in the first few minutes. And that is a recipe for disaster to set you back on your workout journey. Alexis, take it.
I mean, I especially see that with runners, people who have not been running. And then all of a sudden they're like, I'm going to be a runner. I'm going to run. And then they run and hurt their knees. And it happens all the time. And I don't want to discourage you. If you want to be a runner, then yes, go out and do a run. But your run might start by walking, mostly with a little bit of running, where you walk 1 block, walk 3 blocks, run 1 block, walk 3 blocks, run 1 block, or walk 3 minutes, run 1 minute. And then you slowly adjust the ratio. And you have to make sure that you're not having any joint issues come up along the way, that your shoes are dialed, all the things. We could go deep into that. But it's just to make sure that you're doing it in a sustainable way, because you want to be able to, if you really want to run, you got to make sure that you can keep running.
Right.
And that's only one example, but that's what I see a lot.
There are a million. Others are if you are not used to doing a lot of strenuous cardio. So say, for example, you were to take a class here with us at TNFT, and it's like a HIIT cardio class, and people are jumping and jamming, yada, yada, and bouncing off walls and everything. And it's just like, either you try to do that and you hurt yourself, or you feel inferior because you don't think you can do that. And then you start beating yourself up here. And that can be a spiral as well. Extreme behaviors can also live in here. And a lot of them do, frankly. So it's because
that's the source.
That's what behaviors are, right? So,
and I mean, this is something that's encouraged, but by a lot of, and the culture overall. This is something that's being encouraged, especially at this time of year, especially around dieting as well, like extreme calorie cutting or extreme taking a certain supplement or something like that, or it could be even a drug that's like a thing. I mean, so really just know that there's no quick fix. There's no thing that's going to just all of a sudden solve it. And it's going to take time.
Yeah, I am seeing every January this happens, but I'm seeing the particular video game that I play once in a while to de-stress is Match 3D, but they've got those, nothing against Match 3D. It's like all the video games, but they have those scammy ads where they like splice, a video of Oprah and they splice a video of Kelly Clarkson. And then they have this, this manipulated video with somebody shrinking like this. And then they have the people on the Shark Tank, like saying, like that, like they're approving this product where it's never even been near them. So it's just a bunch of garbage. So please be careful when you're looking through those things. Don't fall victim to the scammers. And there's a lot of scammers out there, and you cannot lose weight overnight by taking a pill or doing a little drink or whatever. You gotta put in the work. That's all there is to it. If it were easy, everybody would be here doing it and nobody would be overweight or out of shape or whatever the case is. If you do find a weight that's easy,
there are consequences.
That's true. Then yeah, exactly. So that, and again, going back to the mindset, a lot of people approach January with an all or nothing mentality.
Right.
That is very extreme. We love you too much to have you go there. As we mentioned, it needs to be gradual. We are all human beings. We all mess up. We all fall off the wagon from time to time, depending what, no matter what it is, whether it's wellness or mental or whatever it is. We just have those times where it's just like, this is not happening for me right now. Give yourself grace. Be kind to yourself. Don't talk to yourself talk to yourself in the same way that you would a dear friend. You wouldn't tell your friend, it's just like, oh, you suck. You really blew this time. I mean, what in the world were you thinking? It's just like, it's okay. Just, pull yourself back, get yourself together, get a breath, and then start back in it. Right? I mean,
yeah. RD Sharon B is in the chat right now, and she's saying consistent effort over time. All worthwhile things take time. That's right.
I often use the phrase baby steps are still steps. So again, if you are coming to us for the first time and you have no idea what to do, we can help. We can teach you what to do here at the Next Fitness Thing, especially if you come to a live class with us, because we are the rare bird that we have the trainers. We trainers are watching you while you're working out. If you choose to turn your camera on, it's not mandatory, but it's a great tool to have in your tool belt, as I like to say, because we're not doing the workout. Our eyes are on you. So there's not somebody up here going like this and it's like, yay, Alexis, you look great. And okay, over here. And it's like, they're not paying attention to you. They're paying attention to their choreography in their head, right? So we can watch you. We can give you the guidance to keep your knees safe or keep your back healthy or whatever the case is, to not go too deeply into a stretch or a yoga pose or something like that. We have all those things here, by the way, at TNFT. So anything else on this, Alexis? That was a lot, but like I say, it was good a lot.
Just that Erin is in the chat saying hello. Hi, and happy Friday.
Yay.
And Rise ability with possibilities are infinite. I'm not sure who that is actually, but hi, welcome. Glad you're here.
Hello. Awesome to have you. All right. So, So if you ever have any questions for us, by the way, we're going to talk about this a little bit later. We're always looking for questions for the TNFS mailbag on the show. Send them to us. We're happy to answer questions. They don't even necessarily have to be health and wellness related. I'm pretty open and I'm a sharer. So Alexis, I know you are pretty well too. But TNFT at thenextfitnessthing.com is where you can send your questions to us. We'd love to answer your question on a future TNFS episode. All right. And just be kind to yourself, be good, be nice, and it'll come to you if you stick to it and you got somebody behind you to cheer you on. And that's what we're about. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Shall we get to the mid-show stretch break? Because we love to move. And if you've been sitting around a lot, you might feel a little tight and cranky. And let's get you untight and uncranky. So we have a yoga pose for you actually this time. And this is a seated yoga pose. Alexis, this is something that is near and dear to your heart. Why don't you explain?
Awesome. Okay, so the reason we chose this move is because, first of all, we've been having chair yoga on Thursday nights. at 6 p.m. Pacific. It's been really awesome, actually. And we did this pose in the very first class of the seated chair yoga. And I had multiple people afterward ask me, how do I do this? I'm really struggling with this pose. So this is called Eagle. We have our trainer Sherry in here demonstrating it, sitting on the ball. And what this pose is, I'm gonna stop sharing and put the camera on instead. Let's see. There. Okay. So what this pose is usually you swing your arms to get into it.
Do this with us, please.
It's one elbow underneath the other one.
Uh-huh.
And then if you have the mobility to be able to do it, you keep winding your arms around each other so that your forearms are intertwined and maybe your palms come together at the top. The more mobile your shoulders are, then the more accessible this is.
Alexis and I are both very bendy. So if that's not for you, we got some advice. All right.
It shouldn't hurt. So then from here, just for best practices, so you get a sense of it, you reach your elbows away from your face. They don't really move. It's just energetically. Mm-hmm. And then you pull your shoulder blades down. So for me, I feel this between my shoulder blades and my spine. I kind of feel it in my deltoid and maybe a little bit in my bicep and my tricep, actually, especially on the top arm.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
So the question that I got was, I can't really do that. So what am I supposed to do during that? And I would say this is the first step that you want to work on is elbows up and look to get your elbows together and your palms together. So I shouldn't say just, this is step one. Mm-hmm. Before you can cross your elbows must touch first. Yep. So if that's not possible for you, then what I would suggest is palms together and actively press your elbows in toward one another. And that's what you do during Eagle pose. If Eagle pose is not, if the video version of it is not accessible for you, then pressing elbows in toward one another is your version. So
I love that advice. Yes, that's amazing. And so everybody has a level that you can do. And we try here at TNFT to be as open and accessible as possible to all fitness levels. So, and again, if you were in a live class with Alexis, for example, and somebody says, hey, I can't do this, what's another option? She can give you one, right? And give yourself a plug. What time is that chair yoga class?
The chair yoga class is Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. And it's complete. It's not only chair yoga, but it is seated chair yoga. Some chair yoga, that's not true. So if you need or want, but especially for people who seated is really what they're doing their workout, it's really made for you. So come to that. And everyone's welcome, of course.
Yay.
We do a lot of head and neck, shoulders, and things like that. So if that's a thing for you, that'd be good for you.
Always a thing for me. Thank you, Alexis. That was an amazing explanation and great option on that one too. Okay, so we're going to segue right on into, I believe, the move of the week, and me on the demo video. And this is a fun one. This is a video of an exercise that is featured in my next Get It Lit challenge called Ignition On. And I want you to do this one. I'm going to get up out of my seat. I hope you are too, because this is the goodie. All right. We got some new classes, we got some new moves, and we are going to do some night fever squats, and assuming we can get the video. There it is. Okay, so you remember Saturday Night Fever quite likely, and if not, go back and watch it. Great movie, one of my faves. This was the line dance move that was like a big thing. So like, da, da, da. So all I'm doing is adding a squat into that, all right? So up, down, up, down. If you're seated, for example, like Alexis was talking about, you're still going up, down, just from a seated position. And we get to go both sides here as well. I was having a little bit too much fun filming this video. Can you see that? Never. Get the other side too. Channel your inner John Travolta in here. All right. That's a night fever squat. I mean, that's just a fun little way to zhuzh up squats, because we do a lot of squats around here. And sometimes, let's face it, I was like, I'm over squats. I need something different. That's just a little bit different version of a squat. Alexis, were you doing it too?
Yeah. And you get a little shoulder mobility going on.
Totally.
Get a little shoulder strength and mobility. Makes it fun.
If it hurts to go over your head, you can just stop with a soft elbow or maybe reach out to the side and
Or
go
go
that
to the
way. Yeah, because not
sides.
everybody is meant to do this, right? So I hope you will join me for the Get It Lit Ignition On Challenge. We're going to talk about that in our announcements that are coming up very, very shortly. But yeah, it's going to be a blast. I can't wait. But we have another thing to talk about first with our announcements. So shall we segue?
Okay, before we do that, the chat is
that.
saying, Natalie's in the chat saying, hi, everyone. She can't really chat, but she wants to say hi. Natalie says hello from Minnesota. And Artie Sharon B says, why have I never done seated eagle at my desk? It feels so good.
Hey,
meanwhile,
there you go.
Nancy is agreeing. It's a great move with squats all the way. Nancy's down.
Awesome. All right. Hope to see you all for Get It Lit Ignition On. But first, we have another announcement that's coming up for something before Ignition On starts. So do you want to segue into announcement time? Because we got a bunch.
Let's do it.
And yeah, okay. It's January. We're busy. Hopefully you will be with us too. Start Off Striding, though, is our very first Step into Fitness Walking Challenge of 2025. That kicks off as we're live this Monday, January 13th. Happy birthday in advance to my hubby, Steve, who is also our 500th YouTube subscriber. And it's going to run Monday through Thursday. Those are 25-minute classes offered multiple times live throughout the day and also in our replay library. We, again, are mixing things up a little bit on this one. We have a new class called the Tabata Walk. That is a rather challenging walking format, but nothing you can't handle as long as you listen to your body and do your best. And then I was just writing clues the other night for the Rhyming Ramble class, which is coming back. That's our fun word game. And a lot of people have been reporting to me lately. It's challenging, but it's fun. And why? Yeah, come take advantage of that. That is like a no pressure cardio pace of your choice, but then your brain gets the workout in that one too. So you can head to, if you want to join us, thenextfitnessthing.com/striding. Anything else about that, Alexis, that I needed to hit and didn't?
No, you got it. That was great.
Woo! All right, 1 for 1. All right, next, here we go. Get It Lit, Ignition On. We are going to blast off with this challenge on Monday, January 20th. So the week after the Start Off Striding walking program is done, the following week, we kick in with Get It Lit. Now, this is the indoor cardio that I was talking about earlier, but this is maybe your version of high intensity interval training, what that means to your body, but it's low impact, which means there are no jumps, there are no hops, nothing to jar any joints or anything. If you come to us and you are comfortable with hops and jumps, by all means, bring them on. But all of the videos in the program are shown with me not jumping, because I really don't jump anymore because my hips and my knees don't like me to. And sometimes my feet for that matter. I got a lot of problem joints. So it is live with me. Again, starting Monday, January 20th, 4 p.m. Pacific time is when the live class is. And then if you can't make it live, it'll also be on the replay. As I mentioned with the Night Fever squats, we got some new moves in there. We got some fun challenges as well. And we have swag involved. This is like the OG Get It Lit merch. This was like the first tank top that we did. We have a new version of the tank top for this Ignition On challenge. And we have a tote bag this time, which I'm really excited about. So you can schlep things and ref us that way too. So thenextfitnessthing.com/ignition on. We do have 3 levels that you can join this challenge at which you can join this challenge, as I try to be grammatically correct. Base level gets you all 12 of the live classes or replay classes if you prefer. Then the next 2 levels, you get varying levels of swag. The top level, which is Inferno, is you get private training with me, 2 sessions worth, and then your swag is included, all of it. So please join us, thenextfitnessthing.com/ignition on. We have a blast in this class, and there will be wacky jacks for those of you who are looking for the wacky jacks that are infamous and Get It Lit. All right, next. Anew is bumping, Alexis. Oh my gosh, we're so excited about our Anew program. Yay. Did I miss anything on Get It Lit? I know it's my challenge, but I just want to make sure that
I just wanted to say that Sharon is saying squat, 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 staying alive, staying alive. So
don't sing anything. We don't want to get dinged for copyright music, but
right. Don't worry, my singing's not that good.
Oh, it's better than you think it is. All right.
And Sharon, I believe that Riseability may be Sharon Byrne, and she says, let's go, MB. Hey. So she's stoked about your challenge too.
Awesome. Okay. Next, Anew is underway. This is our 12-week in-depth. You mean it, and you want to devote yourself to this for reals. This is no extremes, no judgment, no BS. This is why we were talking earlier about avoiding extreme behavior. There is none of that in here in our 12-week Anew challenge. Transformation with a team on your terms. So that means that you're working out on your own, maybe with the private trainer, for example, but you also have our whole community of TNFT teammates. If you jump into a live class, or if you jump into one of the group accountability sessions, the accountability crew, we're going to start those sessions very shortly. So there's still time for you to get in on this. There is no deadline. This is going to be rolling until further notice. Okay. So thenextfitnessthing.com/Anew. If you ever were in doubt about, am I doing the right thing for my health? Do I need more focus, or am I just flailing about and not making progress? If you really want to make progress, you need to put in the work, and you also need a support system. And we got all that here for you. So thenextfitnessthing.com/Anew. And I'm going to be doing my first strategy session with one of our peeps tomorrow. I'm very excited about this. Hey, and Alexis, anything else?
Nope, that was great.
Okay. 3 for 3, I think. Okay. Next up, Walking Book Club. The January version is a couple of weeks out as we're live. Very popular book with Trainer Casey, is the selection this month. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. The January session of our Walking Book Club is that's a 40-minute class, by the way. It's live Sunday, January 26th with Casey, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So you got a couple of weeks left if you haven't gotten the book and need to read the book. We also have the links to all of the books for the book club, and we have links to previous book clubs as well. If you want to catch up on those, you can go to thenextfitnessthing.com/book club. This is the only walking book club that we are aware of and that we know of. If there is anybody out there, I bet ours is better than yours. All right. So thenextfitnessthing.com/book club for more info. And we mentioned earlier about the TNFS mailbag. All right. So we do reserve a little bit of time in the middle of the show in case we get any mailbag questions, but our bag is empty. So if you would like to send us some, we are happy to answer your questions. And maybe with the new year and your new goals that you might have set, or your new intentions, you may have some questions for us. We're here to help. So TNFT@thenextfitnessthing.com is where you can email your questions, and we would love to. You don't have to put your name on it if you don't want to. You can stay anonymous, but if you do give us your name, we'll shout you out and give you credit for the question because we appreciate them. And then I think, is it Freebie Friday time? Did we cover everything? That was a lot. Okay. Freebie Friday. Again, this is your reminder. Comment on this show right now, because this show's comments will carry into next week's Freebie Friday drive. So you have from the end of this show to basically the start of next week's show to comment on any YouTube video that we've posted on our channel for this week. And then everybody who does a comment gets put into a random drawing. We spin the wheel. And then we find out who wins a really cool prize from TNFT. And again, shout out to Natalie, our team leader, Natalie, for coming through with some really nice stuff for our people. So do we have the wheel ready to go? All right, let's spin it to win it. And I gotta do some better with sound effects. Christine, OMG, Christine, congratulations. One of our awesome teammates.
Christine.
Yay, happy, joy. Christine will be in touch with you to get you your prize. That is amazing and awesome, and congratulations, all right? And then we have time for the food of the week. We always like to talk about some food, or else we have another
Before
fun
we
tip.
get there, I just want to presence the chat a little bit.
Oh, please do.
Nancy says she is signed up for Get It Lit. And Aaron says, me too. And Sharon says, me too. So everybody's totally celebrating that in the chat.
It's going to be so fun. All right. Food is fun too. So let's chat about some good, healthy food as we get ready to close out the show. Winter squash. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Give me the squash. This is so easy to prep squash. And again, I always fall back on the, olive oil, salt, and pepper, throw it in the oven and roast it. Literally, like cut your squash in half, carve out the seeds. You can eat the seeds too. They're very good for you if you roast those seeds, by the way. You got to get all the pulp out. And sometimes that's a pain in the butt, but it's worth it because they can be yummy with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. Sure. I got to abbreviate that.
I use butter, but I'm with you.
Butter would be good too.
Butter.
Yeah, if you. But this is so good for you. Squash is high in a lot of vitamins and minerals. It's very low in calories, so it's one of those dense foods that you can eat a lot of and really satisfy
fiber.
yourself. There's fiber. There's let's see what else is in here. We got let's see. I actually brought some stats with me. So 1 cup or 205 grams of cooked butternut squash, for example. There are many versions, of course, of squash, but 82 calories, 22 grams of carbs. There's some protein in there, 2 grams worth, 7 grams of fiber. Hello. And then really high in vitamin A, good in vitamin C, vitamin E, et cetera, on down the line. So that is really good thing for you to get your nutrition in, and we highly recommend it. If you have a favorite type of squash, mine, I do love me some butternut. And oh, by the way, I'm going to vouch for frozen vegetables. Carving up a butternut squash is a pain in the patoot. The frozen cubed butternut squash is awesome. It saves you time, it saves you fingers, and you don't have to get out a meat cleaver.
Yeah, that's the worst part of the whole thing is trying to cut the thing in half. I mean,
I swear by the frozen. I make butternut, like turkey butternut squash chili every once in a while, and I just open a bag, pour it in, it thaws. It's amazing. So that's my tip. So
nice.
So squash it up whenever you can, early and often. All right.
Squash it up.
Squash it up. Squash it real good. All right, that's it. I'm super loopy today. Did you tell? I think it's because this is coming and everybody's being so nice and so excited about it. I'm very stoked for Get It Lit coming up in a little bit over a week from now live. All right, so thank you so much for joining us. Everybody that was with us live, we love you. Again, congratulations to Christine for winning on Freebie Friday. Again, thank you for being one of our 500 plus YouTube subscribers now. We want to keep that going, but also we're now on the mission to increase our viewing time. So watch our videos, especially the longer ones. We do have YouTube shorts on there and they're fun too. Don't get me wrong, but we get more credit for viewing time if you watch something long, but it's all good. So do that as well. Alexis, you rock. Thank you as always for just being amazing. And remember, check out Alexis's new YouTube live, which is the Nexus of Alexis. Wednesday, 1 o'clock is where we're targeting that, correct? Pacific time.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I got it. And we need a high five to make this official. Ready, set, boom. There it is. All right. Now we get to dance it out together. Yeah. Quick word. Love to Los Angeles. Going through the wildfires right now. We send you all kinds of love. Everybody is dealing with stuff down there. We're thinking of you. All right. Be safe. More night theater.